he would free himself. The spider did not like either bees or wasps in her web. Sometimes, if the wasp or bee was small, she cut the web around them so that they dropped to the ground and crawled away to clean their wings. But she did not like to go near this great bumblebee. The bee was afraid. He did not like the feel of the sticky web around his wings. He tried to fly away, but he flew into more of the web. And soon he could not work his wings at all. The spider watched. Suppose the bee could not get away. He would soon tire himself out, and then she could kill him. She stayed under her leaf, watching with all her 8 eyes. A sandy rabbit, hearing the anxious buzz made by the bee, ran up to see what the fuss was about. He was astonished to see the bee caught in the web. The bee saw him and called, "Help me, rabbit! I'm caught here."
As you call the hall Reuben's Bakery, come taste the difference. Macmillan Service Station, your Macmillan, your one-stop automobile shop. APP Electricals, Lafayette's Medical Lab, quality and confidentiality assured. The West Coast Cooperative Credit Union, your only credible choice for success. The National Cooperative Credit Union, Petro-Caribbean, the Dominica Air and Seaports Authority, DASPA, Pinard's Mountain Resort, Josephine Gabriel and Company Limited, and the Dominica Electricity Services. So we have concluded round one. How was round one? How does the audience feel about round one? Was it a good round? Yes, indeed, it was a good round. So we are going to move on to round number 2, which is the news round. The students have received their pieces. We will give them some time to go over and to ask any questions if they need to. And of course, for our judges to tally up the scores from round 1, which is the narrative round.
The competition is open to grades 3, 4, and 5 students, ages 10 and under. Rule number 2. Students are expected to dress in complete school uniforms since they are representing their schools. Rule number 3. Students will be judged based on attached rubric. Rule number 4. There will be 3 rounds of competition. During each round, students will be expected to read either a narrative, a news item, and a sports item. Rule number 5. The top 30 students calculated based on points from round 1, will advance to round 2, the semifinals. The top 20 students will be determined by their overall score and will be announced at the end of round 1 after all 6 groups have participated. Rule number 6. The top 10 students from round 2 will advance to the final round after all 3 groups have competed. Rule number 7. At the end of each group competition in round 1, students will be given a certificate of participation. Rules for the DBS Radio Felix Henderson National Reading Competition. DBS Radio Felix Henderson National Reading Competition Reading Rubric. Items scored from 1 to 5. Item 1. Were all words read accurately and fluently? Item 2. Did student establish frequent eye contact? Item 3. Was punctuation interpreted correctly? Item 4. Was expression used effectively? That is, sounded professional, changes tone. DBS Radio Felix Henderson National Reading Competition Reading Rubric. Items scored from 1 to 5. Item 1. Were all words read accurately and fluently? Item 2. Did student establish free DBS Radio Felix Henderson National Reading Competition Reading Rubric. Items scored from 1 to 5. Item 1. Were all words read accurately and fluently? Item 2. Did student establish frequent eye contact? Item 3. Was punctuation DBS Radio Felix Henderson National Reading Competition Reading Rubric. Items scored from 1 to 5. Item 1. Were all words read accurately and fluently? Item 2. Did student establish frequent eye contact? Item 3. Was punctuation interpreted correctly? Item 4. Was expression used effectively? That is, sounded professional, changes tone to emphasize important content. Item 5. Changes in inflection and tone to capture mood of story. Item 6. Were words grouped logically? Item 7. Was there effective voice projection and volume? Item 8. Was the selection read at an appropriate rate for audience and purpose? Item 9. Was the student able to recover quickly if a mistake was made? And item 10. Did the student appear relaxed or confident? Items are scored from 1 to 5, 5 being the highest. The highest total possible for any student is 50. DBS Radio Felix Henderson National Reading Competition Reading Rubric.
Our water, our treasure, our life. Providing you with quality water, we're committed to serving you. The steward of a national treasure, Dorasco is dedicated, it's true. It's true. Bringing you affordable water, access for all Dominica. Yes, we're here for you through and through. Braving mountains, scaling valleys, hard work we will do it gladly. So it's true, we're dedicated to you. We're dedicated to you. Our water, our treasure, our life. Go, let's go. Our water, our treasure, our life.
DBS Radio, Felix Henderson, National Reading Competition. Competition rules. Rule number 1. The competition is open to grades 3, 4, and 5 students, ages 10 and under. Rule number 2. Students are expected to dress in complete school uniforms since they are representing their schools. Rule number 3. Students will be judged based on attachment.
Okay, so we are ready to start round number 2, which is the news round. Of course, students, a reminder that you should wait to hear the DBS news stinger and then you proceed to read. So we will have one of our technicians play that stinger so you can hear it. Let's go, Scary.
DBS News.
And then you proceed to read. Reading in round 2. Our reader number 1 from the Paybush Primary School, Abigail Barron. Let's give her a round of applause.
DBS News.
The new Initiative Director of the Dominica Association of Industry and Commerce, DAIC, Ms. Ashama. Dominican Dogma McDonald says her main focus is fostering innovative resilience among the business spectator. McDonald, a former lecturer at the Dominica State College, added that she is committed to driving a data-driven private sector in Dominica. The Dominica Association of Industry and Commerce recently appointed McDonald into her position.
That was Abigail Barron from the Paybush Primary School reading her news piece. Coming up at number 2, Ariane Carbon from the Wesley Primary School. Reminder to wait for the stinger and then you begin to read.
DBS News.
Dominica's president of Junior Chamber International, JCI, Shauna Harris Joseph, is reporting success at the ongoing 60th National Convention in Guyana. A 13th-member delegation is representing Dominica at the convention, which comes to an end this weekend. Harris says the group has taken the opportunity to network among other matters. The Dominica delegation also engaged in debating activities and showcased the country's culture.
And that was Ariane Carbon from the Wesley Primary School. Ariane is 7 years old. She's in grade 3 and she's from the village of Woodford Hill. Her favorite subject is mathematics and she enjoys reading, singing, and dancing. Reading for us at number 3 in the news round is Amelia Roll from the Benz Primary School. Wait for the stinger and then you begin.
DBS News.
Dominica will stage the first ever OECS Youth in Agriculture Symposium at the State House and Conference Center this morning. 20 young people representing the OECS member states arrived here for the 3-day event. Minister for Agriculture Roland Royer says the OECS Youth in Agriculture Symposium is timely as a greater contribution of youth is needed to sustain the sector.
Thank you, Amelia Roll from the Benz Primary School. Let us introduce our third judge, Mr. Mervyn Alexander. He spent 43 years in education, teaching at all ages in primary school, all subjects at the primary school level, and then music education. At the secondary school level, he taught music education, and then he was appointed Assistant Education Officer responsible for music education. He has taught at the Girardel Primary, the St. Mary's Primary, the Goodwill Primary, and the Dominica Grammar School. He retired in 2017 and is presently the president of the Dominica Association of Teachers. And that's our third judge, Mr. Mervyn Alexander. Up next,